Moving on to another question. I want to sell from Amanda. I want to sell my own clothing line, but how do I find a trusted quality manufacturer? Any tips where to look first? Anything you can add there, Zain, as to finding manufacturers, maybe in the clothing space or in general, where Amanda could start her search?
If you are looking to have the brand new clothing, I don't know if you are looking to sell used clothing or brand new clothing but particularly for brand new clothing, obviously Alibaba is king. Obviously you just design a template and say, okay, this is my minimum requirement and that's my budget. If you know how obviously the things from getting a thing from China to UK or US, wherever you are, if you understand that how they work, but if you don't, just put that inside a message and ask your supplier about it as well. Send the message to probably 50 of them and then get a couple of samples. Alibaba is a great place to start as well. If you're looking at used clothing, there are tons of them based in UK as well. Said Vintage is one of them. They have a really good reviews on that as well. Also, for the used clothing, that for the new one, Alibaba is a great place to start. I'm not really sure what kind of clothing in general, like the kids one or something, then I will be able to give you more specific answer, but that's the place to start.
Sure. Thanks for sharing that. Another question. So we are currently from Sylvia. We are currently selling on eBay and Etsy only and planning to start on Amazon soon. We saw all our items at home and we have recently registered for VAT. We currently use 24/48 Royal services as our main delivery option. I know there are lots of different options to start on Amazon. What would your recommendations be given all of the above? So essentially FBA versus fulfilled by seller. Let's start with Ryan. What are your thoughts?
Well, just touching on the last question quickly about the clothing.
Sure.
I always try to be kind of as blunt and honest as possible. So with the clothing idea, is that idea based on numbers and sales volumes? Just based on the way the question's worded, I would assume it's just something that someone I feel like selling some clothing. I feel like selling clothing. I'll do on Amazon. Clothing as it goes on Amazon is probably one of the most competitive markets you can go into on Amazon. So I think it'd be very, very difficult to try and launch and scale and with a product like that make it profitable. So again, I would take your softwares like Helium 10, like your Jungle Scouts, find your main keywords, whether it be children's clothes or vest tops or leggings. Look on Amazon and see, right, what is the actual competition of this product? Am I going to be able to get to page one? And if not, it's going to be a very difficult journey for you to sell those products. So again, I always take numbers into account rather than more so than just, well, that's I guess just what you feel like selling. At the end of the day, the numbers are going to determine where you're going to make money or not, and that's probably why we're doing things at the end of the day, is to make money. With the FBA, FBM, it depends on the situation. So I'm not sure. Currently selling on eBay and Etsy. I assume that's a private label product that they're selling based on what they've said. In which case, both methods work kind of the same. There's no real, unless you're ordering, if you're ordering in bulk a private label product from China, I'd probably go for FBA just for the less kind of time constraint of doing FBM and doing it yourself. If you're doing small quantities and things like that, then I don't know why not try out both options. If you've got 20 units, send 10 to FBA, do 10 FBM, and see which one works better. What's your margins like? What's the profit change? Do you get more sales for FBA? At the end of the day, you don't really know through testing. So I would just test both and see what works better from a margin standpoint and from a time standpoint.
Cool. Thanks a lot for that. I'm just conscious of time. So we would like to keep answering as many questions as possible. We've got your details, so feel free to send us all your questions our way, and then we'll be sharing everyone's details where you guys can kind of get in touch with everyone. So I just wanted to thank everyone for attending, for joining us today, and it's great to connect with other people that have joined us today, as well as our speakers. And then I just want to give the floor to all the speakers to leave the final remarks and the final closing statement. So we'll start with Siddiq, if you want to go first.
Whatever the product you are in, whatever the product you want to expand, build a relationship in that niche with everybody, whoever the dominant players are. Even though you think they are competitor, they are not. They are competitor in their own thinking. Build a relationship. Everybody need to know in your industry. Relationship is the king of making money and helping you to keep your brand on the top of the mind campaign awareness ongoing basis.
Brilliant. It's definitely some great advice there. And then Zain, if you want to go next.
Yeah, whatever stage you are, I don't mind whatever platform you sell on. The best way to grow will be to take risk, because this is something, and calculated risk. I'm not talking about like taking a blind risk, but a lot of people ask me, like, if I take a risk, like I will probably lose all my money. But an hour ago, before starting this live stream, I wasn't sure if I will be able to make it here as well. In the start of 2012 or 13, when I started selling, the revenue wasn't good as compared to amount of work that I was putting inside. But I've been taking risk. I've been consistent, and the best thing that you can do at the moment is to, if you are selling, then look into other way to scale your business as well, sell more products. But if you are on one platform, for example, if you are just selling on eBay at the moment, then look into selling on Amazon. It might seem hard a little bit in the beginning, but if I will ask you 5 years from now, your answer will be, yeah, definitely that was a good thing to do back then.
For sure, diversifying, taking risks is the journey of the entrepreneur, and many other things. Hi, if you want to go next, please.
Sure. I mean, my experience is really to focus on profits, and it only happens if you maximize your profits and grow fast. And I think that that's what I would say, like, to the Amazon sellers. Most, like, there is like 100,000 are starting on Amazon every day or a week. 50% of them fail before they reach to maybe 10-15,000, and the reason is because they don't create a sustainable business model. I think I like what Zain said. Like, I will start by testing as an Amazon seller. Like, people test even retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, but at the end you need to find a sustainable model, which is either like a wholesaling or it's private label. That's, sorry to be blunt on that, but and I think that business needs to be profitable and scalable. So that will be my 2 cents.
Fair enough. I like the start, profit. Yeah, for sure. Without that, it's not a good day to be in business. But loss cannot be okay too, as long as over time one can kind of go on that journey, for sure. But thanks a lot for sharing that. And then Ryan, if you want to add your final bits to the audience too, please.
I think Amazon is easy but not simple. I think the process itself is very easy to go through. Anyone could do it. You don't need a degree. You don't need to be really intelligent to be able to do it. You just need to know how to do it. I think as well as Amazon is, as good as it is to make money, it's also a very fast way to lose money. Like we just said a minute ago, a lot of people do lose money with it and quit before they reach a certain milestone. And often when they stop, it's because they're losing money. They're not doing very well. More often than not, it's not because Amazon isn't a great opportunity. It's not because Amazon isn't there to sell products and do well. It's done because they haven't really done things right. They've chosen the wrong product. They haven't known about launching. They haven't known about PPC or keyword research. They've just seen a little bit about Amazon, thought of a product, that would do well, buy loads from trying to list it on Amazon with a bad listing, and then no one buys it. It doesn't rank, and then they end up a couple of £1,000 down. So I think, again, the process is very, very easy. It's not simple. So you need to just know what you're doing. You need to treat it like a business. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not just, I'm going to sell a product on eBay really quickly and you can list it and someone will buy it. Amazon is very, very different, where you can't just list a product and it will sell as you can with eBay. You can take any item of just anything around your house and list it and someone will probably buy it. It's very, very different to Amazon. Amazon's all about ranking and numbers and algorithms. So much different to what eBay is. So if you want to do Amazon, then I'd say just take it seriously, treat it like a business, and really learn what you're doing before you get involved. Otherwise, you've got a pretty strong likelihood of doing something wrong and probably losing some money.
Yeah, well said. I think it's as much of a fairy tale it is to be an entrepreneur, but the hard facts of running a business and going through planning everything and managing your numbers is fundamental. And I think I echo that too. So thank you everyone for joining. And then on our side, my closing remarks is in regards to numbers, bookkeeping, managing your numbers, managing your bookkeeping, forecasting properly in order to grow your business. I feel on our side is fundamental, because that's something that is not as mainstream as it should be, I feel, in the e-commerce community or the ecosystem of selling online. But that's something that we've seen working with small time sellers, bigger sellers, all types of sellers. The ones that make it to year 2, 3, 4 are ones who are managing their numbers very granular and good level, and then ultimately using solutions. Not necessarily has to be awesome. It can be other services also, where it's just freeing up time so you can focus on product sales and marketing, and then automating where possible to save time and dedicate that time to other areas, which is going to help grow the business. Cool. So finally, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Zain. Thank you, Sadiq. Thank you, Hai. Thank you, Ryan, for giving us your time today, for sharing your insights, your great stories and great experiences. And hopefully it's been of great value to the audience. Thank you everyone who joined. I apologize for the questions we couldn't answer. We've just started our relationship with yourselves, so we'll endeavor to keep delivering value. You're open to join all our communities, Zain's, Sadiq's, Hai's, Ryan's, and wishing everyone a great long weekend, a good evening, and a good weekend. And take care, everyone. Thanks for joining, and have a good day.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.